What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Campus Rundown by none other than Historically Black Sense. My name is MC, checking in all the way from the glorious Bowie State University, and we got some dope topics on the thing for tonight, including pushing to overcome the struggle. But listen, stay tuned, stay locked in. Got a whole lot coming your way. Just look at this. Like I said, welcome back. Listen, got a whole lot of cool people. We talking about pushing to overcome, pushing past your comfort zone. Got some cool co-hosts with me. Who we got in the building today, yo?
About to say, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Najee from the one and only Bowie State University, the first HBCU in the state of Maryland, majoring in business information systems from the one and only Baltimore, Maryland. I am excited to be on the show tonight. How you feeling, Lainey?
Hey y'all, I am Eleni Bass. I'm a junior mass media arts major with a concentration in radio, TV, and film with a minor in theater at the illustrious Clark-Atlanta University from Chesapeake, Virginia. I'm feeling great. How about you, Kevin?
What's up, everybody? Can everybody hear me? All right, cool. What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin. I'm from Miles College. I'm a graduating senior from Detroit, Michigan, and yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's your campus correspondent, Joshua Wright from the first ever HBCU in Mississippi, Rust College. I am a senior mass communications major with a concentration in broadcast journalism, and I'm from the beautiful city of Clinton, Mississippi.
Period. So before we get started, we want to do just a mental health check-in. How's everybody feeling? I know for me, I'm feeling good. I took a little nap a little earlier. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, so I'm feeling a little energized. How about you, Najee? You're muted. I can't hear you.
Oh, my bad. Mentally right now, like my mind is everywhere. My professors literally just gave me mad work due by the end of this week. So I'm like, wow, let me, focus on that, trying to work and stuff. Physically, I'm tired. I'm about to hit the gym after this episode. And then spiritually, like me and God, we best friends. So I can't really complain. How about you, Kev?
I'm going to say I passed my senior exit exam. So I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm at the finish line. I'm about to get out of there. So overall, I will say mentally, I'm in a good spot. Physically, I'm exhausted because I've been doing a lot of traveling already. I've been doing a lot of, getting assignments in. I got a lot of 8-week classes, so I already took midterms. So it's a whole lot of, but I'm okay. What about you, MC?
First off, we want some prayers for you, brother. So all them 8 weeks, we want some prayers for you. Physically, I'm tired. Right before this episode, coming from step practice with my Neos. We in a CIAA step show this year. So that's, trying to lock in with them young boys. Mentally, listen, man, taking 6 classes this semester, trying to lock in, make sure I'm trying to get out by the end of this year. MC can't be in school past this year. I gotta be gone. But spiritually, like I'm good. Like I've been praying to God every night, trying to lock in and grow with Him. So I can't complain, man. I try not to complain. I'm blessed, to say the least. I'm blessed. But you, as the campus correspondent, how you feeling, yo?
I'm feeling well. Physically, I'm well. Just now getting back to school, really. Went home for the weekend. Spiritually, definitely feeling great. God has been leading me in some good directions lately. And mentally, I'm excited because my birthday is this Friday. So I am definitely excited, definitely in good mood all week. So just looking forward to Friday. If the Lord say the same, be 22 years old. So just looking forward to the end of the week.
Happy early birthday. Woo.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey,
Happy birthday to. We're not gonna sing. All right.
right. Happy birthday.
Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Again, this is Joshua Wright, your campus correspondent, checking in from Rust College here in Mississippi, bringing you your King's Minute news on the campus rundown on historically Black Sense. Alrighty, so in Rust College news this week, students faced a big ice storm last week, a lot of power outages, but those were resolved as of yesterday. Everybody has power now. So really just thankful to God and to everybody who did hard work here in Holly Springs, making sure that all the power came back on. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys again. And thank you for all the support from the community that helped to pour in resources for us. And in regional news, Jackson State University had their meet and greet with new football head coach T.C. Taylor last week. The Sonic Boom of the South was there. All the fans, alumni, everybody was there, and it was a great experience. So we just really wishing well for T.C. Taylor as he goes into this new season as the head coach of Jackson State University football. On the national front, Wilberforce University in Ohio has their baseball team back after 80 years of not having a team. They finally brings a baseball team back. So congratulations to you all, and best of luck to you all this season. This past weekend, the HBCU All-Star Battle of the Bands featuring Alabama State, Bethune-Cookman University, North Carolina A&T, Norfolk State, South Carolina State, Tennessee State, and two high schools hosted their Battle of the Bands last week at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. So it was a show full of show-stopping music, fun, and the two high schools this year were actually Pebblebrook High School and Westlake High School were the two featured high schools that performed this year at the Battle of the Bands. And I want to give a special shout out and congratulations to Tennessee State University winning a Grammy this weekend for the Best Roots Gospel Album. So they won their Grammy. I think it was the first time HBCU band ever won a Grammy. So big shout out to you all. Thank you guys again for, just really stepping up and showing what talent and strength and power that HBCUs have and showing that on a stage for everybody to see. So for your fun fact of the week, since it is Black History Month, I'm going to do a fun fact for all the HBCUs that I can. So this week's fun fact is the founder and first president of Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute, which is now known as Tuskegee University, was none other than Booker T. Washington. He was a great person, great man in Black history. A lot of you guys know him, but your fun fact is that he was the founder of that school and really helped get things going there. He was the first president there from 1881 until 1915. So he really set up a great institution that now educates many, has a lot of alumni, a lot of successful alumni, and still educates the masses and really opened up ways for Black people and other people of color. So that is your fun fact of the week here. So that was all of your news on this week's King Minute. I'm your campus correspondent, Joshua Wright, coming to you from Rust College on the Campus Rundown Show, brought to you by Historically Black Sense. Back to you all.
Thank you so much, Josh. Man, that was very exciting. Like every week, that's kind of something that we need to hear, something that we need to see. But before we get into the main topic, guys, we have two special guests on tonight. One goes by the name of Laila Pruitt. She's a student at Howard University. Then we'll add another special guest from the one and only Bowie State University by the name of Isaiah Hill, aka Hazy. So before y'all get started, just let us know who y'all are, what schools y'all came from, and like how did you get into your careers and like why acting?
Do you want to go first?
I'm gonna let you go first. Cool.
Okay. I'm Laila Pruitt. I play Nicole Flannery on Black Mafia Family. And I'm also a full-time student at the illustrious Real HU Howard University. I'm a freshman acting major from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for having me.
Dope. Dope. I went to Bowie State University. I graduated 2019. I'm new in my acting career, but I've been with the show BMF for 2 seasons now. 12 Street Boys, now BMF crew member, and just trying to continue to, climb the ladder for real. But yeah, I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland, too.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely excited to have both of y'all on. Like, y'all are doing amazing things, and y'all are actually putting on for the HBCU community as well. Like, and right now in the media and the industry, like HBCU students and student life is really, really taking over. So the topic of tonight is pushing past your comfort zone. So the first point that we're going to get into is more so like how to get out of your own way. Times where you had to push yourself on your own and push yourself out your comfort zone. Anybody could start. I could start, first of all. So how I push myself out my comfort zone is do uncomfortable things that I don't like to do, but actually become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And like literally doing stuff like, yo, are you trying to join, this amazing like business thing that I got started up? And I'm like, yo, I don't want to do that. That sounds complicated. But just taking that step to say, why not? You know what I'm saying? So like, I think just being uncomfortable and then being comfortable with being uncomfortable is how you grow, and that's how you really push past. How about you, MC?
I definitely want to carry on to the point that you were just adding. It takes a person to realize, like you said, and the only way to grow, right? You have to become comfortable in the uncomfortable. Because if you always sit around and complacent, doing the same thing, to do the same thing and expect to get different results is literally the definition of insanity, right? So it only comes by trying new things, whether it's just, say you're going to the org fair, for perfect example, and there's organizations that you want to go talk to, you want to be able to introduce yourself and network, but you're scared. But the first step is going there, right? And that one step can take you miles along the road. You never know. I was just talking to a student today who was looking to try and host it, looking to try and join different orgs, and she know where to start. But I told her, just like, yo, it's org fair coming up. That's like your first place to start on your new journey of trying to go and venture out. But you never know until you try. I think a lot of times that fear of failure and feeling like, oh, but what if I get criticized or looked at funny? But it's like, at the end of the day, you're trying to grow and go somewhere. And that's not really going to matter in the long run what other people say, as long as you just get out of your own head. Especially as young college students, a lot of times we in this a whole lot and overthinking, overanalyzing, being overcritical, being our biggest critic. But you can't let it stop you. You look at your favorite people, your favorite idols. They don't let being in your own head stop you. You gotta keep going, keep pushing past. But hey, who am I? What do I know? I'm just what about you, Kevin?
I'm actually gonna let Laila go first. We're gonna let the guest go ahead.
I appreciate that. Y'all have been in college for, there's seniors in here. There's, graduated alumni now. But this is my first year in college. I'm being stretched and pulled from every angle. And I'm a full-time student and doing BMF. So that's definitely taken me out of my comfort zone this year. But one thing I try to remember is that being grateful is something that really helps keep me grounded. I'm a God-fearing woman, and so I try to keep him first and be grateful for the things that I have. When I'm being pulled in all these different directions, I try to think like, I'm here, I'm getting an education in the field that I love, and I get to go to set and do the job that I love. So I'm really just grateful, and I try to keep that the center of mind when I'm in an uncomfortable situation or a spot where I'm being pushed to do more and rise above.
I will say that when it comes to stepping outside your comfort zone, I mean, they say that diamonds are made when you apply pressure. So if you're somewhere that you're 100% comfortable, then that's not somewhere you need to be. I like to sit there and tell myself that I have to step outside of where I don't feel comfortable in order to continue to grow. But when we sit there and constantly be comfortable where we at, then we're not going to progress. So I always like to tell myself that, dare to be different, dare to take risks, because high risk means high reward.
For sure.
I definitely have to agree with that. One thing I love about HBCUs is we push not only academic greatness, but also greatness within yourself. You know, pushing your own personal limits to see who you are as a person. And that was one of the things that was forced upon me, I guess you would say, when I first got to Rust, because I was a quiet person. You know, I didn't talk much, didn't hang out with people much, but somebody saw the leadership and the skills that I had. I was like, hey, you need to be more active in this or that. You need to look into this to see how you can expand your mindset. And those things like that, those things really go a long way because they can shape you into a better person for your future. You know, now the stuff I learned freshman year, some of that stuff I'm still using today as I'm preparing to graduate. So I really say, you know, being able to be an inspiration to somebody else to be able to push their limits, that's something that can really help a person. That really did help me. I think if you never step outside, you know, your box, you don't know what you could accomplish as a person and what new things you could just find out about yourself. Lainey, what about you?
Oh no, she had to say something. I don't. Go ahead.
I was I was just gonna piggyback off that really quick because you were talking about like being inspired by others, and that's one thing that I mean I haven't even been at Howard for a full year, and I've noticed that because at my HBCU, and I'm sure y'all can attest for yours too, that everyone here there's just an air of excellence, and it makes you want to work harder. Like
Right.
I'm here around these people who are not only Black but they're actors, they're creatives, and in my dorm hall alone there's scientists, there's mathematicians, and they're all reaching to get to their goals and work harder, and that makes me want to work harder too. So I really I agree with you on that point of just being inspired by the people around you.
Yeah. Me personally, I've always been the type of person that like to try new things. So getting out of my comfort zone was never an issue to me. But however, of course, I did have like my friends and my peers that would be like, Lainey, how are you so involved? How are you just like signing up for everything and just doing it just cause? And I'm like, well, I mean, I just like to try new things. Like I don't know y'all, but I've noticed it's basically a trend with us. Like MC said, it's being in your head, especially since we're in college. We all have this fear of being judged. So it's just like, okay, well, if I do this, how is this going to come across as, or am I going to be this because of labeled as this because I like to do this? You know what I mean? So really just get out of your head. You're your own worst enemy. I feel like I say this almost every episode. You're your own worst enemy. Get out of your head. If you want to try something, do it. Don't be scared because somebody might label you as whatever because it's something that you want to do. It's your life. Take control of it. Like, come on, be free.
That's all facts right there. I would definitely say when you run into the roadblock of your career that you choose, and then your resources, that's like maybe where you're from. So it's like that's what I ran into. So just like, you know, just to want to chase the entertainment dream in general, whether it be acting or music. I do music as well. You know, I'm from the DMV, and we don't have a lot of resources here for entertainers. You know, we have a lot of opportunities for people that do IT, you know, several other fields outside of entertainment. It's not a lot going on here. So, you know, I had to make myself uncomfortable. So I left town. You know, I took trips to Atlanta and LA, and, you know, just trying to get my foot in the door. And that's where I still feel like I am. I'm just getting my foot in the door and, you know, being blessed to, you know, work on such a popular show for 2 seasons and just even being seen. You know, I'm still trying to, you know, get to the next level. But I, like you all are saying, I did have to make myself uncomfortable with even leaving home. That'd be a, you know, a hard thing to deal with for a lot of people, just getting away from where they grew up and the friends that they came up with, the people that they met in school. You know, that separation, it could be, you know, could lead to anxiety and other things. But, you know, it's a big world, you know, and I'm learning that. Like, as soon as you leave home, it's a big world with new everything, new networks, new expectations, and new people to meet. So I would definitely say get comfortable with being uncomfortable and don't be scared of growth. You know what I'm saying?
To your point, Hazy, of having to leave. A lot of times, folks feel like, you know, it's cool to, depending upon what you want to do, to want to stay. For example, say I want to stay in PG County my entire life. Like you said, there's a lot of opportunities for IT. So say if I want to go into IT, that's cool. But for other things, it's like you got to be able to. You can't be afraid to leave the nest. You know,
Right.
it's like my department chair tells me all the time, like, yo, when you get out of here, don't try to come back so quickly to work for Bowie. You can't have Bowie as your undergrad, Bowie as your master's. You work at Bowie. It's like then you're never challenged. How can you ever try to be the best if you never go outside of what you're normally used to and get challenged? You got to go to be able to prove yourself, not just from where you're from, but in this area, in that area. And sometimes your own hometown won't recognize you until you blow up somewhere else, and that's okay.
That's it,
Sometimes
right?
you gotta
That's
that
it.
especially in entertainment, like
Facts.
rapping and singing and acting. It's like sometimes you won't be called the hometown hero while you're still in the hometown. Especially when you're trying to come up and you'll have sometimes crabs in a barrel, folks trying to bring you down because you're trying to do something better for yourself. Like you can't be afraid to leave all that, especially if you're dedicated to your dream and you want to go some places. Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Chris Brown, they don't get to where they are by staying in their box, staying in their circle and not challenging themselves. So to your point, sometimes you got to leave the nest in order to become better, to become the version of yourself that you dream of.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to attest to that because I'm an only child. And I'm from Virginia. And Virginia, I'm closer to like all of the military bases. So if you really don't want to do military, shipyard, longshoreman, it's really no need for you to stay there, to be honest, in my opinion. So me wanting to leave, my mom, of course, she always instilled in me faith over fear. And I want to get it tatted on me because I honestly live by that. And it was just, it was, for me, I wasn't nervous because, like I said, I like to try new things and really get out of my comfort zone. But I feel like it really shaped me to be so independent and to be like, okay, like you're on your own. I have no family in Atlanta. Like I really have to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's. And I think that also helps with me, like I said, my mindset of, like y'all said, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's okay to try new things. And if things go wrong, that's okay. That's all a part of the process and learning yourself as a person. And I think with that, people need to stop being so scared to take leaps of faith. Because you never know, that one leap of faith could turn into something great. You know what I mean? So I have friends that literally like, lady, oh my goodness, you really out here going hard. Like, I wish I had, wish you can. Get out your head. Like I said earlier, get out your head. I have friends that have so much potential and so much talent, and they just need to leave the state. They need to leave. It's okay to leave. Yeah. And if you have a good support system like I do that are down to ride with you to the very end, that's all you really need. That's all you need. And you need to know that faith without works is dead, and faith over fear, and you got it.
But that goes back to something that I said last episode. Y'all got to be careful who y'all get advice from and who y'all listen to. Because a lot of, some people don't always have the best interests at heart. Sometimes it just be a matter of, I couldn't do it, so you can. Just because they couldn't do it, don't mean that it ain't able for you to do it. That don't mean you can't do it. So it's just like, just being careful and being mindful who you get advice from. Just because they say you got your best interests at heart, don't always mean that they have your best interests at heart. That's another.
Very true.
Yeah, I'm about to say I definitely agree with that. But like advice for people struggling with getting out their comfort zone, man, like Nike's motto, just do it. What's the worst that's going to happen to you if you do it? Like nobody's about to put you in jail if you're trying to chase your dreams or goals or passions. Nobody's about to sit there and take all your money, and nobody's about to sit there and say, hey, I want your wife or your fiance because you chasing your dream and passion. Like you are, like Lainey said, you are your own worst enemy. So it's like, get out your head and literally just do it. Like start Monday. Like it doesn't have to be a new year, a new month. Start the newest Monday coming up and just start there. Just keep going,
I think the biggest thing, one of the biggest things also when it comes to trying to get out your head in your comfort zone is that if you're a sensitive person, you're gonna have to develop some tough skin. That's just the name of the game. Like you can't, when people are gonna talk, right? You can't control other people's actions. You can only control your reactions to it. So if Lainey or Najee or whoever is someone's talking about me and spreading this and spreading that, it's like, how are you going to control how you react? Because at the end of the day, I can't make somebody do something, right? I can't make somebody stop talking or yada, 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 but I can only control how I react to situations. And how you react to situations is critical because it could be what they're saying is not recognized, but as soon as you react a certain way, that's what gets all the attention, and that's what gets the bad light. And now it's like you got a negative light painted for you. So it's important to recognize, to be careful with your brand, in a sense. Be careful with your image, and however you want to move, you have to be able to uphold yourself in a certain light, and got to tune this out. You literally got to have a tunnel vision. Not everyone's going to agree with what you're trying to do, trying to be on the path you're trying to go. But if you stay focused and just block all this out that's coming your way, you'll be straight. But it starts with, you got to have some tough skin.
Facts. I'm about to say, yeah. Hazy, Layla, y'all got any last words, any last advice? Before I think we covered all the points. So we're gonna wrap it up in a little bit, just get into the conclusion. We do an accountability check on the show, and then we're gonna probably end off. So yeah, any last words or advice of just pushing past your comfort zone?
You should go first.
I go.
Yeah, always. Ladies first.
Well, thank you. I think some advice. I had to think about some advice that I would have liked at the beginning of my year. I think just learn how to say no. Be organized, and prioritize that mental health. I'll always say that. I will always say that, because you got to put your own oxygen mask on first. So those 3 things I think are really important for any college student to have under their belt.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely say time management. That would be your best friend. And just remembering, like, not even just college, but in life, like, we only get to do this one time. So, why not do it big? Why not go through this thing with no regrets? That's the goal for me, is just to get to the end and say, I did everything that I wanted to do, or I tried to do it, or gave my best effort towards it. You know what I'm saying? So, with starting off in school, just know that you could be all you can be, and nothing that can hold you back. Only you can hold you back, to be honest. And yeah, for anybody watching, I hope y'all love the show.
I do want to ask, though, if you don't mind, Layla, because I know you said you're from Atlanta and you act, and Atlanta is a very big hub for acting. So how was that comfort zone, for example? How was that for you, pushing past your comfort zone to, okay, I want to leave Atlanta, where there's so many opportunities for acting, and go to school at Howard in DC? How was that for you?
It was a crazy jump. It was a crazy jump.
No.
Oh man.
No, I knew it was about to be good. No.
Bit of an answer.
Hey man.
Can y'all hear?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. All y'all went away for a second. Sorry. All I knew was that the theater program was amazing, and that I wanted to deepen my understanding of the craft. And so Howard just seemed like the right step. I knew that I had always lived in Atlanta. I've never moved anywhere else. And so it was really about taking that leap of faith. I knew that something that I needed in order for growth in my life to happen, I needed to go outside of my box and go plant seeds in other places. DC is right next to New York. And so that's just yet another place that I can spread some seeds and plant some things, water some soil here, so I can spread it out. It was hard, and it still is hard sometimes. I'm pretty far from home, and it's cold up here right now, but we're doing all right. We're doing good. I'm pushing through, and it's been really fruitful so far.
I'm glad. I'm sorry. I just really wanted to ask that. It's been in my head since we started.
She's a star, man. I get it.
Stop it.
Man, I actually didn't have any scenes with you for the past 2 seasons, but I see you at the rap party in Atlanta.
Let me tell you something.
That was it. So this is nice. I've never worked with you on set yet.
So nice. I've wanted to work with 12th Street or the 50 Boys or BMF, like the crew, for the longest, and it just hasn't made any sense yet for Nicole to be working with them. But yeah, but one day
we got renewed for season 3.
Yeah,
so, shout out to you. Nah, hey, I'm trying to get where you are. I'm just I'm learning.
I just want to say, being from Detroit and
bro, yes sir.
BMF, it's crazy to see it on TV, and I'm in the South, and so many people talking about BMF, and I'm like, what y'all really know? Like, but it's just amazing to see my city on TV, like, and y'all definitely brought it to life, man. I mean, like, definitely love the show. I will say that y'all really showed the authentic Detroit. Like, y'all ain't trying to. It's authentic Detroit, so I love to see it.
It makes me really happy. I have friends from Detroit up here, and they always tell me how much they love the show, and they really like seeing their city on the screen. I don't take that for granted. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So while we at it, so at this time of the show, we usually talk about something that we want to be held accountable for. It's our accountability check. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna start with our guests. And you just tell us something that you want to be held accountable for this week. We like to hold each other accountable. So talk to us.
You said this week to be something.
It's a long-term goal or
a long-term goal. I want to be accountable for not putting stuff off. I have a bad habit of saying this could be done tomorrow, and you already know how that could go because tomorrow you never know. So I want to be accountable for, like, if it needs to get done, it has to get done then. So that would be my answer.
I think I would say I'm gonna do mine for this week. I think I want to be held accountable for. I'm gonna be real practical about it. Building my brand. I really need to work on that Instagram page. I need to be posting more. I need to create a schedule, all that kind of thing. I'm gonna be practical about it. I'm gonna hold me accountable for posting on that Instagram page.
Okay.
I'll go. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. Well, last week my accountability check was to get food in the house. I still have not go grocery shopping, y'all. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna go grocery shopping when I have the time. So this week I'm going to be more attentive to my work schedule as far as assignments. Because, y'all, I slipped up and I prioritized an internship application before my assignment that was due at 11:59, and I never did the assignment, and then my grade dropped. So I really need to be more attentive to my assignments because I tend to be all over the place and be like, oh my gosh, I have to do this because this is going to benefit me in my future, but I need to focus on the now. So I need to do that. I don't ever miss assignments, y'all. I was so mad at myself. I was beating myself up about it because I'll be on my studies. Like, I'll be on my stuff. So I was so mad at myself for that. So I'm going to definitely hold myself accountable for that next week or this weekend.
I'm about to say, I guess I'll go. Last week, my accountability check was definitely to get back on YouTube, drop my first video. I did that yesterday. I think one thing I'm going to keep doing now is just staying consistent with my content and stuff like that and just keep posting. And then I think another accountability check that I need to do is create a new schedule because this is our second week of classes. We about to graduate in a few months. So it's just like, it's a lot going on commuting. It's my first year ever commuting. So it's just like trying to commute, work, and just balance out like my passions and stuff on the side. So just creating that schedule structure. How about you, Kev?
First of all, let me just say week 2 is crazy. We in week 5 already. Like,
Jeez. Oh man.
We good and almost done. But my last week's accountability check was to go and pass my senior exit exam because I had no study guide, no nothing. I did that. So and my next accountability check is to just wrap my head around the fact that I'm about to graduate. Okay. That's something that's a huge transition. So I need to really just focus more on that transition and getting ready to what they call the real world, That's all. What about you, MC?
I think my last week, I think I said just to look at like all the work in terms of like the syllabi that I have for my classes. I definitely did that, but also like dropped some classes and re-added some classes, still trying to get some. Because I want to take 6. I got to take 6 this semester, 6 next, and I'm gone. Peace. Graduate. But I think for this week, I know today, like, I had helped a student. And she was saying, like, her brother really wanted to get into Bowie. He had like look at videos of like me, you, Najee, the entire Experience Bowie State page. So I think for me, I'm gonna just make sure that I follow up on his application just to make sure that he gets into Bowie, because he said that like he's a big fan of mine, he's a big fan of the school, and this is like his only choice. Like he didn't apply nowhere else. He graduated with a 4.0 back in 2020 or 21. So he said he really wants to come here. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna do what I can just to try and make sure that I can at least get him into Bowie and then give him a tour as well. So yeah, my thing is to make sure that I get that done for that student, because I would want somebody to do that for me if I was really pressed to come to this school. So yeah.
Thanks.
What about you, Josh?
Well, last week's accountability for me was starting my senior project as far as interviews. Well, it was an ice storm, power was out, so I ain't get none of that done. So that's gonna be this week's task is scheduling interviews for my senior project. Again, I gotta do a 15-minute documentary. So just schedule those interviews and start getting those out the way.
Dope.
Well, before we go, yeah,
I think everybody went.
Cool.
Everybody went.
Everybody got y'all socials. Let's stay connected. You know, make sure everybody got our socials. So
Yeah, for sure. Can we type in this?
Say it out loud. Don't be shy.
Just saying.
Nah, I thought we was being formal. I thought it was just gonna pop up on the side. Everybody X.
Nah, brother, man, nah.
Well, my socials is HAZYZAI on everything. That says Hazy Zay. It's like, you know, a play on both my nicknames.
I'm Laila Pruitt on Instagram and TikTok, and you can follow me on either of those.
For me, what I got, y'all can definitely follow me on Instagram, of course, at IAM Project MC. All socials, TikTok, IG, Twitter. I do got some hosting gigs coming up. I'm hosting at Oxon Hill Library, February 23rd. I'm DJing my pop's retirement party this weekend. So yeah, stay tuned, stay locked into my Instagram, of course, and yeah, catch y'all later, man.
Yeah.
Y'all can follow me at ITZLAINEY, and you can also follow my content page, which is ITZBVARIETY. So it's B Variety. And yeah.
Dope.
Y'all can find me at Najee Farewell. That is NAJEEFAREWELL. I got 2 Instagrams. One is Najee Farewell. The other one is Najee Farewell TV. All platforms is Najee Farewell. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube.
Alrighty. My Instagram is official_Joshua Wright, or you can find me at Mr. Russ College. Pretty much hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Joshua Wright. Just look for a picture of me. So yeah, just reach out to me if you have any campus news you want me to report. Reach out with those and with photos if you have them. I can do that.
Yeah. Dope.
And I guess to wrap it on up, my Instagram is SpecialK_20, and my business page is Keys to Success 22. I do have an event down here in Birmingham, Alabama. It is a Black Excellence Gala. Each table, we're selling tables, we're selling tickets. All the money will go, all proceeds will go to giving scholarships to students at Miles. So that's one thing that we're trying to actively do and keep going, is students giving back to students. You know, if we're not going to help each other, then nobody will. You know what I'm saying? So again, make sure y'all follow me. I'll follow back. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being on the show.
Nah, this is a dope platform, man. Let me just say that.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, I never heard of the website. Like, this is fire.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all for coming on.
Thank you.
Definitely. Stay connected. I know a couple of y'all already know me, but you know, for everybody else, definitely stay connected. Laila, I'm gonna hit you up because I want to know how your audition process went.
For sure.
Yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, love y'all, definitely love.
That's a bet.
Hey,
Bye.
It'll be easy, man.
Bye.
Time.